I'm quite surprised you bastards aren't bloody bored of me doing my reviews. I'm sick of listening to my own voice and seeing my Asian face. Alright guys, I'm going to review today my motorcycle boots, which are my 1 year old, I think it's 1.5 years old, Alpinestars SMX-R road riding boots. As you can see, it's one of the sexiest boots that have come out by the Italian manufacturer. You look at the profile and it's very sleek. It's almost retro, modern retro. Yeah, I'd say it's more retro. It has a retro kind of look to it. It's opened and closed by a calf ratchet mechanism and a zipper. Allows you to easily slip your feet into there. Why did I choose this boot? Well, I bought it for 160 odd quid at the BMF motorcycle show. Was it BMF? Yeah, in Peterborough. And I knew I needed a boot. I had Alpinestars GP. Was it GP3? I think it might be them. The 110, 120 quid waterproof boots. Very good for road riding, but unfortunately the soles had worn out with the amount of walking that I've done, and I mean, motorcycle boots aren't good for walking, so bear that in mind. So I needed a replacement. I had a choice of the SMX-4, the old SMX-3s, the SMX-R, which this is, the SMX Plus, I think, which is the next model up, and the GB Tech, all very good boots. But this one in favour of the SMX Pluses, because the SMX Plus had an inner boot that you had to lace up and do it yourself, and essentially I just wanted a boot that I could slip into in about 5 seconds, do up, zip up and be on my bike, and it does the job. I think it looks better than the SMX Plus. It's none of that plasticky looks that the more expensive boot has. It's got very nicely notched, I think this is polyurethane, could be wrong, but for the gear shift and the brakes, and it's got that's definitely polyurethane injected heel, so it absorbs the impact. Also got it on the shins as well, so yeah, I mean, it hurts my head, which is a good thing, because when that's the road or a tree, you want to know that your shins are safe. These ratchets are replaceable. I've not had any of them break on me, even though I've had this worn in all sorts of weather: wet, wind, cold, sunny, rain. It survived a deluge when because summer of 2007, when Sheffield got inundated with water. I rode up from London to Loughborough, up to Sheffield, up the M1, which was about 180 miles in the soaking wet. I had to do it on the way back. This helmet made it. No mould, nothing growing on it. All I did was just give it leather care, beeswax, nick wax, whichever product you want to use. Just make sure you treat it and it'll be waterproof. And just make sure you keep applying it, and it's very supple. I've not had any problems with this boot in terms of on the bike, but like I said, motorcycle boots aren't designed for walking. I have to tell you this because I was dumb enough to walk in these boots in and around central London. So I parked up near the British Museum, walked about to Oxford Street, Piccadilly Circus, Leicester Square, Covent Garden, came back to my bike, and I thought, hang on, my ankles, my Achilles aren't feeling fine, and I thought nothing of it. I done it the next day, the day after. I later found out that I had 2 massive blisters on my Achilles, the size of my thumb, and it basically shed all the skin off. So please bear that in mind when you're riding. I know some people like to wear trainers and stuff when they're riding in and about town. That's understandable. I now know I'd rather wear trainers as opposed to having like an Achilles injury for about 2 months. The skin's still not healed properly. I've still got a bad scab on either leg, either foot, so that's one thing to bear in mind. Make sure that you do everything up really tightly. Don't have anything loose. I do advise you to wear extra thick socks when wearing these boots, especially if you've got leathers. So it'll be like sock, leather, and then boot. So you have an extra firm, thick padding. Otherwise, the PU would cut into your Achilles, making it very uncomfortable. I know there's some sacrifice to pay for sexiness, and these boots definitely look the sex. It even has a nice dual compound sole, so that's not going to be sliding on oil or slipping anywhere. SMX-Rs, you've heard it from me first. Try them yourself, see what you think, and I guarantee they'll be the best road riding boots that you've ever had. Oh, by the way, cities suck because they squeak.